Well, good morning. Welcome to Agape. We're all about love. We're all about self-love because through self-love, we can love others. We can love life. Self-love and love, it's about taking judgment out of our lives. It's about coming together in oneness. We teach the science of mind by Ernest Holmes, along with the Tao, Tibetan Buddhism, Hinduism. Anything that relates to love, we teach. And we're practical. We're not here to discuss what it means. We're here to practice. And one of the primary ways we practice is with meditation. So let's take a few moments before we get into today's message, and let's just get centered. So I invite you to come to a comfortable seated upright position. Your back is straight, hands gently resting on your lap, eyes closed. All awareness on breathing in and breathing out. Let's take 3 slow, deep breaths together where we're breathing in through the nose, pausing for a couple, and then exhaling through the mouth. Longer on the exhale than the inhale. All right. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. And now fully release. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And now fully release. Again, a deep breath in. Hold it. And now fully release. Now come back to gentle, easy, rhythmic breathing. In and out through your nose. And just begin to scan your body from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. And as you do, if there's any stress, any tension anywhere, breathe into that spot and let your breath melt it away. I want you now to just feel a beautiful, warm, pleasant, relaxing energy move from the top of your head down through your scalp, your ears, your face, your chin, your jaw, and down into your neck. And you're becoming so relaxed. Feel that energy now move down your shoulders and into each of your arms, hands, and fingers, relaxing even more. And now let that energy move into your chest and your upper back and move down your torso, through your middle, lower back, and through your abdomen. Your whole upper body is deeply relaxed. And now let that energy move into your hips, into your sacral area, down your right leg, ankle, feet, and toes, and down your left leg, ankle, feet, and toes. And notice how pleasant you feel, how relaxed. And just now, thoughts, as they enter your mind, to just float on by with no attachment. In this pleasant state of relaxation, your body is healing, restoring, rejuvenating itself. You've taken your body into the parasympathetic nervous system, where all healing occurs. You did this by relaxing. by releasing anything that could cause you stress. This is the power to heal, to restore oneself into balance. Balance is the key to a beautiful life. Balance between the divine and the human. Balance between work, spirituality, relationships, social life, career, money. And there is a wisdom within you and available to you to guide you every moment of every day toward what is next, to expand and yet balance your very beingness. It knows when it's time to let something go. It knows when to embrace something and to take new action. So let's test that. Just imagine that your heart is open and you're listening to your heart. Ask, what can I do today? One thing I can do today that would be action toward a greater expression of life and also bring a greater balance to my life. Sit and just listen for a moment. Don't try to rationalize whatever came was the right answer. The first thing that nearly pops up is always the right answer when you're listening to your heart. So gently fill yourself with gratitude for having taken these few moments to be still, to know, to listen, and to have revealed. And now, gently bring your awareness back to your body, back to your mind. And when you're ready, simply open those beautiful eyes to this most perfect moment of now. Well, today, it's the holidays. And so I thought I'd talk about something we all could talk about, all need more than anything. And you know what that is? It's the gift of self-care. That's right, self-care. And people say, Lee, this is a time of year where we focus on others. Well, that's true. However, if you don't focus on yourself and take care of yourself, it's going to turn into a train wreck. It's going to become a disaster. So let's explore this together. Self-care, contrary to what most people think, is not selfish. It's essential. When we take care of ourselves, we show up better for our families, our friends, and our communities. That's right. The energy of self-care brings a whole person, a balanced person into every situation instead of one who is frantically trying to keep up. So let's explore this idea of what is self-care. First, self-care is emotional care. It's giving yourself permission to feel what you feel without judgment. I don't know about you, but I'm sure that you at this time of year have all sorts of different emotions. They may be very different, but this is a time of year when emotions really come to pass. If you've lost someone dear to you, fond memories of the past, disappointments of the past, they really come in, and you're going to have those feelings. And when you have those feelings, the best thing you can do is to fully feel them and then let them go. Don't judge them. Don't make it, that's a good feeling, that's a bad feeling. No, feel it. It's part of it. And then you allow that energy to just flow through you and out of you so that you can be fully present in the next moment. Self-care is also about physical care. It's about prioritizing and getting enough sleep. It's about movement. It's about nourishing food. One of the things that's really come to bear, if we're not getting enough sleep, our body's not going to respond the way we want. We should be getting anywhere between 7 and 8 hours of good sleep a day. And so when we're getting that sleep, then we've got to balance it. We've got to have exercise. We've got to have movement, whatever that is for you. Your body is meant to move, not to be stagnant. And then what are we feeding our body? Nourishing food. This is the time of year where people tend to overdo things. They over sugar, they over flour, they over alcohol. And we wonder why the holidays turn into the type of mess that's possible. We're not taking good physical care of ourselves. And third, and certainly not least, is our spiritual care. Connecting to something then greater than ourselves, whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply time in nature. Maybe it's just taking 3 deep breaths. But we all know there's something greater. In fact, the holidays, in my mind, are about coming to a deeper realization that we're more than our body and we're more than our mind. We are actually soul, spirit, individualized as ourselves. So knowing that we have this idea of self-care where it's emotional care, physical care, and spiritual care, why does self-care matter? Self-care matters because at this time, we have high expectations. And we often feel pressure to create perfect meals, perfect gifts, and be perfect hosts. But here's the kicker. Perfection is an illusion. So when you're taking care of yourself emotionally, physically, and spiritually, you can put these expectations into proper perspective. There's also what at the holidays? Something some of us have good with, some of us have bad with, and that's family dynamics. Being around loved ones can bring up unresolved emotions and old patterns. I don't know about you, but when I was around my parents, until the latter years when they were alive, I felt like I was always their child and I had to do things to please them. Or maybe I could never please them. And then there was the sibling rivalries and things of that nature that coming around. So if you've done the self-care, you're able to detach from the illusion of the family dynamics that sometimes make the holidays just a real bummer. Just a real bummer. The other thing about self-care is the idea that, do you ever overcommit? Do you say yes to everything, to parties, events, to responsibilities? And it leaves you very little room to breathe? I've got to go out and shop and shop and shop and shop and shop. The holidays are not about shopping. The holidays are about connecting to your higher power and to others and to share love. Are you willing to say no to things? Are you willing to take time to self-care? Don't overcommit. When you overcommit, you're never going to be fully present in what's there for you to really enjoy. Intimate one-on-one relationships with people, laughter with groups of people, sharing common themes, heritage, traditions. Man, that's just the most beautiful thing. I believe in quality more than quantity. You see, when we neglect self-care, we lose sight of what really matters. And for me, what really matters is connection, joy, and presence. By prioritizing self-care, we cultivate an inner peace needed to navigate the challenge and to savor the beauty of this magnificent season. So I've got some practical steps I want to talk to you about self-care. They're pretty simple. There's 6 of them. Number 1, set boundaries. Learn to say no, here's a kicker, with love. It's okay to decline invitations or delegate tasks. Stop being a perfectionist. Let other people help. It makes them feel a part. It's a connection. And say no. That's an act of self-love. But when you say no, don't be harsh. Do it with love. You could say, no, I don't think that's mine to do at this time. Thank you, though. The other thing we can do is to create rituals. Rituals that support self-care. Start your day with a moment of mindfulness, a few deep breaths, or a gratitude practice. Set a positive tone for the day. I would always meditate every day. And then during the day, I would have my affirmations. And when I'm putting things together, doing things, I would be saying those affirmations, reminding me of my truth, reminding me to be fully present. The other practical step would be release this idea that you can't take care of your body. Honor your body. You don't have to push it to the max. Make time for rest. Listen to what your body's saying and resist your urge to overindulge with overcommitment with time or with how we physically treat our bodies, what we put into our bodies. Honor your body. Why not make those choices? They're for you. You're not here to do that. When that person's there saying, have a third piece of cake, say, no, thank you. I had one and it was more than enough and it was delicious. But thank you for thinking of me. See, you don't have to be harsh when you do that. The other thing is, whoever you're with, connect authentically. Be fully present with whoever you're with. For however long you're with them, choose quality over quantity in your interactions. Spend meaningful time with people who lift you up. The holidays is when I spend time with the people who are most important to me. I invite you to consider that. You don't owe anyone anything. You get to choose where you connect and who you connect with. The next thing is, give yourself the gift of presence. That's right. Practice being fully present. Put down your phone. Put down your tablet and look people in the eye and truly listen. You can make time for social media, but it's not when people are around you. If you're sitting around family at dinner or around talking around the fireplace or wherever it might be, put your darn phone down for God's sakes and be present. Let's say it's Christmas Day. One day of the year you can't be present. Give yourself and everyone around you the gift of your presence. And the final thing I want to say about a practical step is release the need for perfection. Remember, the holidays are not about being flawless decorations or gourmet meals. The holidays are about connection and love. And when we look back, we don't remember what things look like. We don't remember the spread or how perfect it was. We remember moments that we shared with people, moments of connection, moments of love, of sharing. That's why we hear the statement all the time, the holidays are for sharing. At this time in our lives, in the world today, taking care of yourself is an act of courage. It's a statement to the world that your well-being matters. When you prioritize self-care, you not only nurture yourself, but you inspire others to do the same. You becoming a living example of the Christ, of the Buddha, of all the great avatars. They took care of themselves so they could give to others. The key thing is, it may be the holidays, but the key thing to remember is, even in the holidays, everything begins and ends with you. And there's no greater time than now to self-care. I want to thank you for joining me today for this wonderful message. And realize that you can start self-caring right now. Right now. If you'd like to plug in more with the Agape community, go to our website, agapespiritualcenter.com. Click on the calendar of the coming events and join and participate. We have a lot of things, and all of them are available virtually, some in person. And with that, make a gift. Go to the giving tab on the website and make a donation to Agape so that we can bring this work, these ideas, these practical tools to greater and greater and greater numbers of people. Self-care begins now, and self-care begins with you. Make it a great day, and you're going to have a great holiday.